Sound check. Sound check. All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, Eli. Hey, hi, Kat. How are you? Okay. So I'm going to be just pulling energy and seeing what's going on. What's going on with your person? Let me clear this up. Um, Alrighty. So for those of you that are new to my channel, let me remind you that tarot has no gender. Your person's going through pain. They're feeling very attracted to you. This is a general reading. Follow your intuition. Take what's yours, leave the rest. I do not pull on toxic exes. Readings are timeless. The energy can be flipped. If it's not you, it could be your person. So, don't drive yourself crazy trying to make it fit. Um, don't create a story for yourself that doesn't exist. If you'd like to book a reading with me, shoot me an email, starchanneltarot, one word, starchanneltarot @gmail.com. Regular readings arrive in 6 to 7 business days. Emergency readings arrive in 24 hours. Remember to subscribe, set your notifications, leave a comment so that you know when the next reading will be. And last but not least, thank you to everybody for your tips and donations. I know you guys work really hard for your money. And I'm deeply, deeply appreciative of everything you do. All right. Hey, Rita, how are you? Dude, Eli, I don't think it's you. I think it's everybody. The energy. We just entered Pluto in Aquarius. And anybody who, if you guys don't believe it, just I know my regulars will, they believe it, but people that are just, chiming in, Pluto in Aquarius is like, Pluto is death and destruction, right? So Pluto in Aquarius is just, it's gnarly. It's like the American Revolution, the French Revolution, the Haitian Revolution. It was like all this stuff happening on the planet. And it was like 200 and, I want to say 240 years ago. But I could be off, like by 2 years or 5 years or something. It's been a long time. It hasn't entered, and guess who's back in Aquarius? Pluto. So it's literally, it's like a. My friend was asking me to explain it. I was like, it's like a. If you're a Marvel fan, it's like a Thanos energy. Clear out everything. Or if you. If you are into the gods and goddesses, it's like Kali Ma energy, because Kali Ma wakes up when people have had it. Like it's up. People are, there's nothing else. Like it's kind of like, if you guys read The Hobbit, you know how like towards the end, towards the great battle. I can't believe I'm talking about this, but towards the end of the battle, the armies of men have to rise up from the dead to come save humanity. So it's like there's something unexpected, supernatural that comes to wipe out the stuff that's happening. So it's a very, very, very heavy energy. Good morning, Jenny. So like, especially if you guys are all empaths and you're here, you're probably, you're extra sensitive. So you're going to be picking up on all the energy from everybody because you understand that we're connected. So it's important that you sit in silence, you ground yourself, take a shower, try to clean your energy, take a moment, hold your heart, ask yourself, is this my energy that I'm feeling? Because we are going to pick up on other people's pain. The only reason I can read tarot and I can channel is because I can pick up people's emotions, people's pain, people's happiness, people's feelings. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have that as well. So it's difficult. It's hard. It's Pluto and Aquarius is very, very difficult. So just be aware that it may not be you. It's and then of course you have the stuff that's happening in your life, which just, adds on to it. All right, let's do my prayer. Please protect this reading. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to All right, let's see. Yep, I tend to stay home when it happens. Going through an emotional roller coaster these past few days. Oh my God. Hi, Dope. Hi, Rita. Dude, I think everybody's going through an emotional roller coaster. We just think that it's us. Like, honestly, this is a tough time, you guys. Don't beat yourself up. It's not you. I mean, and you can see, I'm sure plenty of people that are on the channel are feeling it, their twin flame is thinking about you. They're missing you. Obsession. Soulmates. One day. Only you. Influences. Only you. Hold on. Clinging. This person's definitely obsessing over you. Look, we got obsession twice. Releasing. Letting go, walking away. One more. Open heart. This is really good, you guys. Okay, let's see what's each one. What is this person obsessing over? Remember we got twin flame? It doesn't make it any easier. It does not make it any easier that the cards... I understand why you guys are confused. I can feel it. Like, well, if there's, if they know, if they're obsessing over me, why aren't they coming toward me? It says here, look at this. So we have soulmates in between. We also have twin flames. I think the whole point is soul contract, okay? And this is telling us it's a twin, right? Yin, feminine energy. So soulmates one day. This person wants to establish themselves, I feel. They are loyal, and they've had blocked emotions, mixed signals, messed up. Tell me about this, please. Dude, this is like the Empress card in this deck, which is the Divine Feminine. So one day, this person wants to come back together with you. Tell me about this person has been withdrawn from you. They're exhausted and they're very sad. And it says they're single. But I feel if you're dealing with a third party still, how do I say this? It's performative. It's not real. They're just, it's like, it's that story I tell you guys about, you know, when I've been broke and I've bought the crappy cereal instead of like the brand cereal. And then I'm stuck with this big bag of cereal that tastes like crap. And I'm like, you get home and you have to eat your cereal, right? But it doesn't taste good. So now you don't even want to eat the crappy cereal, but you have to eat the crappy cereal because it's what you have at home. Because you didn't want to spend, or I didn't want to spend, or I didn't have the money to spend, you know, the extra money on the expensive cereal. That sucks. And sometimes, you know, like, sometimes you just don't have the ability. Sometimes you don't have the money for the expensive cereal. Sometimes you don't have the tools for real love. Sometimes you don't have the capacity for real love. And that's not your fault. Like, it wasn't my fault. I was, you know, like, I remember there was a time in my life when I was in college. And I was literally, like, every week I had, like, I don't even remember. I think it was, like, I had, like, $20 for food. Something like that, $20 for food. I really don't remember. No, it was $20 for gas every week. I had, like, a budget. I had to budget myself. And I had to, like, I lived off the same stuff. I had, like, oatmeal, chicken, like, I knew everything. And I knew how many cups of milk were in my gallon of milk because I, like, measured it. And that's a reality for a lot of people, you know. Thank God I'm not in that reality anymore. But it's a reality. So some people may not have the tools. It's, you know, don't focus on money as a thing. It's an energy, right? So the energy would be like them not being capable. Just like I didn't have the money. This person doesn't have the capacity. They may have not learned how to be in a relationship. Like, being in a healthy relationship is probably one of the most difficult things to do. Because you got to remember, most humans are messed up. And not from their own accord, but they've had messed up parents. They've been in messed up situations. Just different societal structures that screw you over. Like, somebody who, you know, if you end up marrying somebody who comes from a line of poverty, it doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but their way of thinking isn't congruent with abundance. So they're not going to give as much, you know? And it's there's just lessons we have to learn. And it sucks, you know? But I have to say, when I was, like, honestly, when I was going through, like, my budgeting, when I didn't have money, like, I still had fun. I didn't go out at all because I didn't have any money to spend on anything. But I still had a good time, you know? That's the thing. Yes, Eli, there are no shortcuts. Like, I look back on my life before, And I wasn't like, I didn't see everything, obviously. I wasn't self-aware, but I had to go through all those difficult lessons, all those lessons of lack, so that I could learn to appreciate what I have. Because a lot of us don't even appreciate, like, like the simple fact that I'm taking swim classes right now. Because when I was a kid, I almost drowned 4 times. No joke. Someone literally saved me every single time. My parents never took me to swim classes. I never learned to swim. And I'd go into the pool with my friends. They all knew how to swim, and I'd end up almost drowning, and someone would pull me out. So I had a lot of trauma built up. I do have a lot of trauma built up. So I'm taking swim classes to release that trauma. I myself am doing that because I know that it's important. It's a physical manifestation of a blockage that I have that has been built up over lifetimes. Honestly, like, think about it. Like, whatever fear I have, it didn't just pop up. Because that first moment when I was a child and I went into such panic where other children kind of just like flow in the water, that is built up from something prior, other lifetimes. And I didn't have the wherewithal to address it. I didn't even understand it. I couldn't conceptualize it because I wasn't self-aware. And I'm saying that specifically because don't assume that children are not self-aware. There are a lot of children that are self-aware. Just like there are adults that are not self-aware. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with your age. Age has nothing to do with it. But I had to go through lessons. And I've been going through to lessons every day for 3 years now. But thank you, Dope. I'm very proud of myself. I finally almost floated yesterday, you guys. So you're going to see me get really tan. And it felt so good. Because people don't believe that, but when you have these blockages, like massive blockages, which I know that's a block, it's a manifestation of something spiritual, something mental for me, some other life that I've had. Which reminds me, if you guys have questions, I mean, obviously, I have where is it? Oh man, it's all the way. I bought this deck a long time ago. I think I bought this one off of Shein. Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle. This is really helpful. Obviously, I can't do it for all because past lives, all of you guys are very different. But if you ever see this deck, it's really, really cool. It'll tell you, like, it was a trip. When I did it on myself, it was like every lifetime I had like some kind of love issue. And it tells you like who you were, like how it lands. These are really, really cool. If you're doing like past life stuff, past life healing, past life trauma, they're called Uncover Your Past Life Oracle. So if you guys are interested in this stuff, I definitely recommend it, just because, we got a lot of when you release those kinds of traumas, you're releasing ancestral trauma, your blockages. And we have to do the work, even though it's scary. It really, and the good part about me going to swim classes, it's a physical expression of my blockage, because it's easier to identify a physical expression versus a mental blockage, because your mind always plays tricks on you. Your mind always your mind will change your memories. I don't know if you guys have like studied brain stuff, but your mind will change your memories. You can insert memories in people. You can tell them that's not what happened, and then they'll believe you. Your mind will also try to preserve itself. So if your mind realizes that it's at fault, it'll look for excuses to not be held accountable. And it takes a huge level of self-awareness to be like, no, brain, you're not right. I did this, I'm responsible, da 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 da, whatever it is. But it's easier when you have like a physical manifestation. The only thing is that that physical my physical manifestation of my swimming blockage, my swimming trauma, has been growing over years, and I believe it's been growing over lifetimes. So I believe that many lifetimes ago, at one point, I had that, mental trauma, and I denied it, and I pushed it away, and I pushed it away, and I pushed it away, lifetime after lifetime. But this lifetime, I'm making it my concerted effort to get rid of all my blockages, so that as many blockages as I can, so that I can advance. But it takes a lot of work to actually become aware, And your person I don't feel like your person they may have physical blockages. They could have physical illness. They could have mental illness, mental health issues. It's hard. It's hard, you guys, okay? I just want you to, it's easy to call somebody a villain, but every villain has an origin story. Even the present president of the United States, who I consider to be a very dark villain in our story, grew up with a crappy family. There's that movie with Sebastian Stan, where he plays Trump, and I think it's been nobody wants to push, no one, there's been no advertising it, but he won awards for it because it's supposed to be really good. I haven't even seen it, but I know his history. I know he went through severe trauma as a child. There you go. That's what happens when you have severe trauma. Oh, I was going to say, your person's spying on you, right? Spying, clinging. Oh, spying. It's the same card that came out, exhaustion. Okay, what are they releasing? That's really good. That's really good. They're releasing mistakes. That's really good. This goes hand in hand with the other reading that I did 2 days ago. I want to see it too. I think it's on... Honestly, I don't remember what it's on. But I know the lead is Sebastian Stan. And he just talks about how his mother made him really... He had a really bad mom. She treated him very bad. And then his dad was, It's still, I'm not giving him excuses. I'm just saying the origin story. Because we all, right? Look at what fell. Broken. Oh, man. We all, every day, right? We all have crappy situations. I didn't have enough money to do anything. I didn't go rob an innocent person on the street, right? I made that choice to, just... I used to make, it's actually pretty good. I used to make chicken soup, and then because I would get tired of the chicken soup, I would make porridge with the chicken soup. So I would use the the soup, the liquid from the soup, and make oatmeal with it. So it was like a savory thing. You get tired when you're limited in stuff to eat. You're like, okay, well, how am I going to eat this oatmeal now? How am I going to dress it up? So I remember back then, I haven't done it in a long time. I haven't eaten oatmeal or cereal in a long time. But you just try to be creative, right? To make food more palatable. You got your runner. This person is broken. Twin flames. They're releasing their mistakes. So they're doing healing work. Okay. Why is the open heart here? It didn't fall out. Their negative mindset. A hex, witchcraft. You know, this can also, I don't know, maybe they were. Maybe they have had some kind of curse placed on them. In their family line. Who knows, you know, like maybe they had a great grandfather that was an asshole, or great grandmother, which I doubt it because women usually don't have much power. But negative mind. I'm feeling negative mind, to be honest. Tell me about this open heart, please. They want a new beginning. So yeah, I'm taking swimming classes. I spent the whole day floating yesterday. Your person's healing. The runner is healing. And also, you know, you guys, you need to prepare because, you know, we're all on different timelines. It's the same energy, just some people are more ahead, some people are further behind. When this person comes, I don't know, like I was wondering, like, how could you prepare? Like, have a conversation in front of the mirror. I just don't want you guys to break down crying and not have your questions answered. So I think a bottle of water. So if you feel like you're going to start crying, maybe take a sip of water, or because you're going to have an important conversation coming up, okay? Like, it keeps on showing up. So you have to prepare yourself, do the work. How am I going to communicate clearly? So this conversation, so you can feel like there was a finality to this relationship, that you were left behind. I don't think it's closure because you're twin flame. There's no ending to a twin flame. I hate to tell you that. Even if you guys are genuinely in a twin flame and your person does something super fucked up, super effed up, and you don't want to, you know, you're like, if this is over, they're going to keep coming back to you. You can't get rid of a twin flame. You can get rid of a soulmate. You can cut the cord, and you can also ascend from your soul group, but you can never get rid of a twin flame. So there has been separation. There has, this person has felt, could have been shallow, hollow, empty boredom. So they're opening their heart, okay? I just feel like this is to intimacy with you. They feel overwhelmed. They're coming to a breaking point in their cloudy judgment. Can I get one, please? It's the same card. They're opening their heart. They don't want to feel single, lonely, isolated anymore. They're changing their perspective. This is going to be shocking to you, and they've been daydreaming about you. And possibilities is opening up underneath. Okay. This is crazy. Look. Twin flames. Confirmation, twin flame. Confirmation, divine feminine. Confirmation, this is the Empress, which is the divine feminine, right? So these are all saying that it's a twin flame union. We have obsession, 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 right there. Someday, somewhere. Okay. Let's get another row. Can you get 4 or 5? But it kind of came out like this. I'm going to say like that. I feel like this person's coming unstuck. That one. Let's put it down, see what they want to say. What's the finality? This person's in pain. keeps on coming back again. If it keeps on coming back again, it means it's a very strong energy, right? Yeah. You'll end up feeling them. There's that breaking point. Broken. They're the same cards from the other one, right? The only one that's different is the trapped. It's the mistakes. Isn't that a trip? Obsession. All right. What are they? What? Tell me about this, please. They're becoming okay, look at what it says. Stuck, tied down. Oh, what is this? There we go. I was like, my light isn't bright enough. Okay. Tied, stuck, captive. So they're not going to be stuck. They're not going to be tied down. They're not going to be captive because they're going to be in pursuit. They're going to chase. The chaser will chase. Tell me about this finality. The return. I've always wanted to make ceramics. I've always wanted to make like plates and stuff. I never have. Okay. Okay. So this person is recognized. This distance, this separation, this space, this blockage has allowed the person to become aware of the depth of their feelings, of the importance of the relationship, of the value of the relationship. Okay? So this separation has allowed them to become aware. There's something that they're hiding. I think they're hiding this. You may not know that they're going to come chase you. Tell me about the clinging. Yep, you don't know. There's a silence. Frozen, you could be in little to no communication, or maybe no inclination. You have no inclination that they're going to chase you. Okay. Is that over here? Let me see. Pain. Clashing, the differences, whatever conflict, incompatibility. Tell me about the clinging. The despair, sinking, hopelessness. Can I get another one for clinging? Oh, that's a lot. Well, it's the same one. Look, it's the same two cards. Open heart. So this person's clinging. They're becoming vulnerable. They're becoming vulnerable because they're recognizing this distance. It's a separation. They feel single or lonely without you. So if they have another person, it's like that cheap cereal, you know? It doesn't fill the need, and they're pretending. They're pretending. Look, we got two cards. They're pretending. They are pretending. So if you feel this pull in your heart, and you'll know. I don't have to tell you what your feelings are. You'll know. And it just things are being, not YouTube, but yeah, I think that's what it is. You feel that they love you, but they are running away. That's incompatibility, right? But what it is that they were afraid of the depth of their emotions. Because they'd never felt something so either so pure or so deep. So if you've never, it's like, think about it, like when the Europeans first came to the Americas, the Native Americans thought they were gods because they were floating on the water. That wasn't a technology that was with the Native Americans. And then they saw the people coming down looking so different, they didn't understand. Your person doesn't understand because they don't have, they've never had anything like this. So they were confused. They're like, what? It does not compute. What is this? Someone actually cares for me? What? Somebody is actually thinking of me? What? There's something wrong here. What is this breaking point, please? What is this breaking point? I just saw thinking. Your person's thinking a lot about you. Past life. Of course, if you're a twin, you're a past life, right? Even soulmates, but soulmates can be new soulmates. But a twin is 1,000,000% no doubt a past life, because you guys come back together all the time. Sometimes at different points. So your person was avoiding, blocking, or pushing away. Can I get another one? It's the rejection, the irrational fear. The irrational fear that they've had. They've been dismissive. They feel abandoned. But they did this, right? Sidetrack, change, delays. Pride. Is your person stubborn? Is your person stuck in ego? That's all ego. Ego at one point in your life actually protects you. But then after a certain point, your ego is not needed. And that's when you have to, each tool is there at a certain point. You don't need it after a certain point. And also realize, you guys, like, becoming people tell me, oh, I want to be, what is it? Like, I want to go through transformation. I want to be enlightened. I want to go through ascension. People say it so easily and don't do the work. So it's so easy to say. But a lot of ascension periods, you'll go through massive loss. You'll lose friends. You won't have anyone around you. You could, what is the Buddha went into isolation for 6 years. No friends, no money, no family, nothing. Especially Phoenix energies are dark, hard, isolation, no friends, no one around you, no one to feel your pain, no one to like communicate with you. Apology, that fell. People are like, yeah, I'm ready for transformation. I'm like, because I have people like when I'm doing readings, or friends will be like, yeah, I'm ready for transformation because of, the Pluto and Aquarius stuff. And I'm like, you think you're ready? You think you're ready? Transformation is no joke. You get burnt down. You get burnt down. Your reality gets burnt to the core so you can rise from the ashes. You could lose everything you have. Your concept of yourself gets destroyed. Literally, you could lose your job. Because really that job wasn't meant for you forever. You're supposed to learn something and then move on. But we as humans, I include myself, we get comfortable. We get comfortable and we find security and comfort. But miracles only occur in uncertainty. Let me repeat this to you. Miracles only occur in the in-between, in the spaces you don't see. Because in that space when you don't know what the heck is happening is when you're praying. You're sitting, you're on your knees. You're praying to God. Yeah. Your person's going to apologize for their cloudy judgment. What is broken? The runner is broken. It's so difficult, Pisces, because I feel sad right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this energy because I know your person is not toxic. I know your person, they don't do things maliciously. They didn't intend to genuinely hurt you. But they don't have the tools. They don't know. They're confused. But that doesn't mean that also, by the same token, like I tell you, you can't allow them to continue to be confused. You can't allow them to continue to live life in the way that they are. You have to set boundaries, because this is also a lesson for you. Like, and I tell you guys, if they don't learn their lesson, you guys are going to repeat this over and over and over and over. That's why tarot works, because we repeat the same stuff. Tarot's like since God knows when, like since like I think it's like the 1300s or 1400s. I think it's like the 14. I don't know. I should chat GPT it. But still, it's an old game. Game. Because we repeat we have the same feelings of love as people did in the 1700s. We have the same feelings of jealousy as people did in the 1600s. It's the same energy. We just put different clothes on. We eat different foods. Our language becomes a bit different. We have different colloquialisms, but we have the same feelings. And we do the same crap to hurt other people. We think that we're limited in resources, so we try to acquire everything for ourselves. The human condition. Your person is what was broken, they were. And it's this, they were hot and cold, indecisive. They didn't give you your place. They didn't give you the commitment you deserved. They were afraid. Past life. This is not real. This is the mask. It's something here is not real. Look, apology, mask, obscurity. Something's not real. This just fell out of the deck. I'll remind you, okay? Like I wasn't shuffling. This just popped off. So that tells me that you're gonna receive an apology when you least expect it. Because I was talking about my life and trying to, like when I talk, okay, you got to remember, I channel. So when I channel, something that I'm saying is going to resonate with you guys. But also what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make like extremely abstract ideas and concepts relatable for everybody. So you can see how it relates to how it related to me and how I've had how I've grown. Because we all need to grow. We all need to grow. We can't be stagnant. A stagnant life eventually becomes putrid. And you become bitter and sad and depressed. All right. Which deck? You know what? Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should go with this new guy that I did the other day. Because it says that your person's doing a lot of healing work, right? So alchemy. Alchemy is healing work. Sorry, you guys. Oh, if you want to ask a question, you just go to the little dollar sign, the rectangle with a dollar in the middle. And you can do it there. Or you can send me a PayPal. And I'll get the notification. And then you can just write your question here live. And we can do it live. All right. Let's see what's going on. We haven't used this one in a while. Alrighty. By Kim Kranz. Kim Kranz makes awesome decks. Highly, 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 highly recommend. Are you guys having a good week thus far? I know the energy's been heavy. Is Eli still here? Oh yeah, there's Eli. It's you know, I've been doing, for those of you who are saying signs, just so you know, the last readings I've got, well, I know this really doesn't, I know this doesn't work really, but it gives me peace of mind, because I'm a big numbers person, believe it or not. But I try to keep track of like the percentages of the energy, how according to my readings, how we're advancing. And Taurus and Virgo, which are two signs that have been consistently with the all signs, like that they're in action. Everybody else is still in thoughts or getting close to. But the two that have been like, I'm expecting Taurus and Virgo to have unions soon. So maybe Capricorn. That makes sense, right? Because Capricorn came out the last time I did it, and they're all earth signs. And then Gemini's air, Cancer's water. Fires, none of the fires are still, they're not ready. Look. And the water signs are slower too. So fire's the slowest, water's following it, and then air, and then earth. So earth should be the fastest signs to come into union. The fires, I think, this is interesting. I didn't think, I'm going to start charting this even full, like make a big chart for it and keep track of it. And you know what? It probably, I don't know how to read charts. So I have to, like, every time I have a question, like for the Pluto and Aquarius, I had to like research it. Like people, there's so many amazing, I guess they're astrologists that know how to do it. Like I watch them and I'm just like, wow. Like there's this guy, I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is Jade Soul Luna. Jade Soul Luna. Wow. He's studied it so much. It's just like, I mean, people devote their whole life to this stuff, you know? So, I work with my intuition stronger. Those people, that's amazing to me. That's like a advanced physics degree. That's like an advanced physics degree with like spiritual work and isolation. Yeah. Yeah. When you get into like all the like people, it's not just like, it's like the percentages and like so many degrees in the North Node, in the 8th house, you know, is equivalent to, and then it makes a triad with, I'm like, whoa, I have no idea. I'm like, yo, what? But then it ends up being true. I'm like, dang. Like, what? Or like that's the whole like Pluto and Aquarius that we're talking about, because people are like, whatever, that's not true. The energy right now is we've just entered Pluto and Aquarius, and it's going to be Pluto and Aquarius for the next 20 years until 2044. So this is a time where old institutions are going to be shattered. Okay? So all over, and don't remember, it's just not institutions. That's like in the macro. Pull it into the micro. Your ways, people's ways, their belief systems are going to be shattered. Their things in themselves, you know, beliefs in religion are going to be shattered. Like everything, self-concepts are going to be shattered. It's like a destruction time. Like, so be ready. Stuff is going to be, we have 20 years of this. 20 years of this until 2044, okay? So I mean, like, I'm telling you this and people say it, but people don't believe it. You know, it's like Cassandra. Cassandra was given the gift of foresight, but also the curse with the gift was that people wouldn't believe her until it all happened. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there are enough of us that get the same vision, the same message, that people should like, ding, 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 something's happening, ding, 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 ding. Because it blows my mind. Like when I ask you guys, because I go through periods where I don't watch anything because I get overwhelmed. So I don't see any other viewers. So I'll ask you guys, hey, what's going on? Is this resonating with the current collective of what you're seeing? And people are like, yeah, dude. Like, I've had that confirmation that my energy readings are very similar to other energy readings. And sometimes when I am feeling better, like, and I see a reading, I'm like, oh my God, that's just the reading that I had. And I'll put it on my feed so you guys can see, like, dude, this energy is resonating. It's not just us. It's a lot of people. So I'm like, I don't know why people don't listen. People never want to listen, huh? These are hard to it's a cool shape, but it's hard to juggle, manipulate, shuffle. Okay. Peacock's tail. I think we got that last time. Mercury, summer. I'm going to take them all upright for now because I'm not as well versed. I don't like to become fancy with my cards until I become really, really good with them. Like, I can understand everything. So while I'm basic, the cards are basic too. I'm still a baby with this deck. And also, my hands are small. I wish they made this deck in the tiny version. They make the cards really big most of the time. And I understand, like, it's cool, like, visually, but it's just hard to manipulate. Let me see how we're doing on battery. 48%. Okie doke. Yeah. Lightning. Aries, Mars. Okay. Let's move my little guy over here. Maybe one more. Are you guys watching anything fun? Let's flip. How does this? On TV? Any recommendations? The heck? These are. No, I think it's only meant to be 3 because the deck closed up on me. So for me as a reader, when the deck closes like that, right? It means stop. Okay. So let me get the book so we can read what it's telling us. Put you over here. Don't fall. Thank you, deck. You got an apology coming. Your person's stressing out. You got an apology coming. This person will be loyal. This person could have been in and out. They want to find peace. You've got that apology coming. You've got an apology coming. I'm actually, this person, I'm feeling like I'm begging you. So if they're not doing this, like I'm begging you, like I don't know if you guys can see my hands. If they're not doing like, and I'm begging you, they may like cry. Like I'm feeling in my chest, like right now in my chest, like I'm looking at this and I'm feeling, when you make that ugly cry face, and you go, that ugly cry face that people. Well, if you've never made an ugly cry, you don't know. But in your chest, it like vibrates. So if they're not doing this, I feel the chest vibrations. Does that make sense? Because it's the chest vibrations and then it's the sound and then it's a this, right? Like it's an escalation of the energy. So I feel like that person is going to be, like I feel it in my chest, like very emotional. Very, very emotional. Okay. I want to use this one because I bought the myrrh. Okay, but we're going to put you aside right now. All right. Oh, I was going to get the book. Sorry. Let's see what the book says. Let's see what the messages say. I just watched Straw on Netflix. Oh, wasn't it depressing though? I'm afraid. I want to watch it, but I'm afraid it'll make me cry a lot. And especially when I'm in a funk, I'm like, Straw, it looks good, but it looks like it's going to be sad and, oh, God, Is it sad? And yeah, I can't. I have to be so careful with my, it'll mess up my, It was very depressing, but good moral of the story. Ugh. I mean, I believe you. I've never seen Precious, the movie Precious, just because I know what it's about. And like, even thinking about it, it could like make me burst into tears. Like that movie, like that's what I'm saying. Like everybody has such a different reality. And if like, really when I sit and I'm like, not like when I'm trying, like if I'm picking up on energy, okay, and if you're picking up on energy and I realize, okay, am I picking up the collective? Am I depressed right now because the collective is going through something? Then I can let it go. Like I'm very conscious. When I'm feeling something, I sit and I ask myself. So if you guys are having feelings, sit and ask yourself, brain, is this me? Are you feeling sad? Why are you feeling sad? Are you feeling sad? Why are you feeling sad? And if, I'm feeling sad because I miss my mom, then okay, it is me. All right, let's keep on going with our day. I know where my sadness is coming from. I have clarity on my emotions. If it's like, no, I don't know where this sadness is coming from. It's coming from the collective. You're picking up. Or you could have walked by somebody who's going through a really difficult day. Or you're at a supermarket and, the clerk or somebody there. Or you're at a thrift store. The clothes will have the energy. The objects. If you're at an antique store, the objects will have the energy. If you're walking over property where somebody was, killed, raped, murdered, you'll pick up on that energy. Energy doesn't disappear. Energy is real, and places of deep trauma get literally like it makes like a mark on the energy field around the planet. Because it's like, to me, I tell you guys, I see it like a grid all around the planet. But it's not like a 2D grid. It's like, it's just like a massive grid system. And it just kind of like gets stuck in places, the energy. So if you're walking around, you can be tapping into all sorts of energy. Okay, Mercury. Signals, messages, tricks, messages, communication. In the realm of Mercury, anything is possible. That's the magician. Mercury is communication. Messages, tricks, the magician. So this person is manifesting you. and they want to have communication. The energy is transfixing and seductive, just like the metal itself. Since this planet rules commerce and communication, it's likely there are deals, contracts, and calls being exchanged that will spin you into worlds of mercurial wonder. Don't rush big decisions or get caught in the mesmerizing energy. Dude, I was talking about the communication. And did you notice we didn't get any communication cards in the first part? But I was talking about you getting a communication. Like I kept on saying, practice for when you get communication. So I was channeling that. That wasn't, because that didn't come out in the cards. That just came out of because I can feel when I'm channeling, and I'm feeling it right now. I'm telling you guys. So that was a message. The both, connecting the both. Pay particular attention to the precise words that are being spoken and written. There may be a trick underway, maybe not. No one is sure yet. It is said that the energy of Mercury is found in the pinky finger, and that its ally color is green. Enjoy your time in this emerald hall of mirrors. Just don't sign your name on the dotted line until what is liquid becomes solid. Do not sign your name on the dotted line until what is liquid becomes solid. Don't listen to pretty words, you guys. They have to show you action. They have to become solid. They have to become 3D. They have to become a pentacle. It's not just the sword, an idea. It's not just the cup, a profession of love. It's not just the wand, great sex. It's the solidity of a genuine offer, of a pentacle, of commitment, it doesn't have to be marriage. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm taking accountability for the crap I did. Please forgive me. I'm here. I'm going to be accountable. This is how I'm going to be. This is my path. This is what I'm going to do so I can be stable. Until clear words are expressed by an honest tongue. You have communication coming. At least for us 10 that are watching right now, or whoever watches this, we have communication coming here. For whoever the collective that ends up watching this, I feel strong communication. Because I got the channel. Because it didn't come out. No, we did. We got an apology. That's right. Is that the only thing we got for communication up there? I think it was just apology. So we did. Damn it. I thought it was a straight channel. But it's still, let me see what it says. Mercury is related to the god Hermes, a psychopomp and messenger of the gods. Witty and quick, Hermes can be seen in all things winged and swift, and in the caduceus. Mercury reigns over all forms of communication. It is a particularly potent time for writing, learning, teaching. A pen is an excellent channel or Mercury's power. So, okay. Summer! Dude, communication summer! Communication this summer. Communication this summer. I think technically summer starts June 23rd? I think so. It has to be communication this summer. Or if not this summer, next summer. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever had, I didn't know this deck could do timing. So I'm pretty excited. Okay, let's see. 10, 18. June 21st is the beginning of summer until June, July, August, until September 21st, right? Okay. So we got a time marker. Well, also, if it's not this summer or after summer. True, you're right. I was going to say, you're right, it could be after summer. Also, it could be communication next summer, as in 2026. So for Yeah, so communication, sometime where summer is important. All right, let's read it. Fullness, vitality, sensuality. To experience summer is to be embodied. The summer air kisses every crevice of our body, opening us up in ways long forgotten. Lust, desire, laughter, sweat, physicality. These are all expressions of summer's fullness shining through. When this card appears, know that the senses are heightened and the work is nearing full expression. It may feel as though things are electrified or about to burst. It may feel as things are electrified or about to burst. You're going to be feeling electrified and about to burst. Keep in mind that, like all the alchemical seasons, summer will soon pass. For now, everything in your narrative is fleshed out. And the story has just another chapter or two until it begins again. You're coming into reconciliation. Let me repeat that. For now, everything in your narrative is fleshed out. So you think everything it's finished. And the story has just another chapter or two until it begins again. You're not at the end yet. There's about to be you think you know what the hell is happening, but you don't. You think everything in your narrative is fleshed out. It's not. The story has just another chapter or two. You have to wait. You're still not there yet. There's going to be a return. So revel in this time of ripening and rhythm. Celebrate, gather, connect. Whether the season is literal or metaphorical, let yourself be swept into the pulse of these hot and heavy nights. That sounds nice. All right, either this summer, after summer, or maybe next year's summer. But summer is important and we have communication. And this person's manifesting you. Because it's the magician. Mercury is the magician. Okay. 5. The mysteries. Full vision, the spectrum, inclusivity. The peacock's tail is a sacred time in alchemy. The mesmerizing display of tail feathers opens to mark the alchemist having shifted from single to multi-perspective. This is a great achievement. The alchemist has opened 1,000 sets of eyes instead of one. Your person is healing. They're seeing things that they didn't see before. They've discarded black and white thinking and allowed the full spectrum of color, of nuances, and solutions to come into the fold. So where your person was stubborn before, they're now seeing how things can work out. They're really, really figuring things out. That's really powerful, you guys. Creative solutions to complex social and political polarities can be found in the sacred space. The force field of possibilities has opened, and the alchemist has entered a new paradigm belonging to multiplicity, dimensionality, and inclusion. Utilize this perspective for positive change while it lasts. When falling back into a black and white thinking, as any alchemist will do, envision the splendor of the peacock's tail. Each feather contains a shimmering universe of possibility. So if your person thought that you guys weren't compatible because of an age difference or religious difference or class difference, or because they were hiding that they're gay or they're in denial, whatever is seen as taboo, because what's seen as taboo changes, right? Across it's all manufactured. It's manufactured by our own society. So, because it's not real, it's fake. So they're understanding. They're understanding more. Their eyes are opening up. Their third eye is probably opening up. All right, Aries, Mars, 5. 5. Will, vigor, activism. With Mars by our side, we can assert ourselves in the world. Our presence is felt and our voices heard. Like a flame, Mars rises upward and helps us stand strong for what we believe in social justice movements and great examples of Mars energy in action. This person's going to take action. With clarity of purpose, Mars leads us to peaceful change, the upholding of human rights, and representing the unrepresented. When Mars appears in a reading, there is the strength and vigor required to face the challenges ahead. This person needs to be brave. It may take the form of speaking your truth, getting yourself out of a harmful relationship or a job, or getting involved in activist work. As alchemists, we must be very precise with our dosage of Mars. As in uncontrollable amounts, it leads to outbursts and violence. Mars is most potent when paired with ahimsa, nonviolence. Your person, I feel like, is being brave and I think they're going to have to be brave to take the action of communication. Because now they see more. They understand what's happening. Lightning, 13. Perfectionism, facade, and hesitation. The stage of leucosis is a complex topic in alchemy. On the one hand, it represents purification of the materials. On the other hand, it's the phase in which the alchemist may mistake the work as complete. On the surface, everything seems perfect, pristine, well thought through, and quite complete. In actuality, the alchemist has been tricked by their own facade of perfection. Their work has hardly begun. Righteousness and fear are the great errors of leucosis. Okay, remember, where was it? It was like, it said, you're 2 steps away. You think you're done, but you're like 2 chapters away, it said on another one. This card arrives to remind us to get our hands dirty. No one is separate from or above anyone else. Rather, every alchemist is a kid in the laboratory, tinkering away with the elements of their life. No more fretting over your next move, fearing how others will perceive you. It's time to crack open because who you are, the world needs your true colors. So this person, I feel like they're gonna bust through because of the way it is. Like, bust through this need to be perfect, this hesitation, this facade that they're happy right now, because they're not happy right now. This person's not happy right now. Let me see. Where is it? Traveling to marriage, journey to marriage. This has been your person's path to commitment. They're on their path to commitment to union with you. Justice is coming. Your person is in despair. Yeah, I can feel that same energy. Like, you know how I said the ugly crying energy? I can feel it in the chest right now. I can feel it. I think your person's freaking out. think they want to be a wealthy person. And I mean, courtship on the bottom, look. Courtship and a message. Damn, you guys. Justice can also be a wedding. There could be an age difference, or there could be somebody wise advising them. If it's not you, that if there isn't an age difference, somebody's advising them because they're worried, thinking about you. Look, it's all thinking cards. Look, this person wants courtship, right? They want to return. Either there's an age difference between you, or they could be seeking advice, or there could have been somebody that was against you that was older, but I'm feeling romance. So if it's not this person, then this person is giving them healing advice, because it's like a love energy. It's not like a hatred energy. It's like a love energy that I'm feeling. So if there's not an age difference between you guys, and 5 years is not an age difference, y'all. Like, I'm talking like 10. Come on, like 5 years, you guys still listen to the same stuff. It's like stuff that people will look at you walking down the street and like, huh? Or when they find out, say, huh? You know, whatever. You know what I mean? Worry, thinking, worry, mental spot, mental energy. Maybe working a lot. Okay, but you get the point. Let me go over here. Tell me, what is this justice going to be? Messenger. Again, we're getting communication. You're going to get communication. Seven of Wands, Two of Swords, and Judgment. This person is going to act with conviction, making a decision to awaken or return. This choice to return, they know what they're doing. They have a new perspective. They have a new perspective, and they're returning. They want to have victory. Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Tower. They want to have victory. They're coming in, and there's been some kind of epiphany. They want to collaborate. They've had some kind of epiphany, some kind of awakening. Okay. About the Empress, about the Divine Feminine. Four of Cups. They're sad. They're regretful about that. One cup. They want to offer something. They've been thinking about things. They've been connecting to their soul. They've been doing work, evolution work, soul work. Thank you. Keepers. That was super cool. Okay. Alright. Let's put these guys away. Thank you. Let's do like a quick little 5 card. Because I think, let me see how my battery's doing. Let us see. We're at 30%. Destiny. Do 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 do. Destiny. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Destiny. Do 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 do. Destiny. It's unavoidable. King of Swords. 3 of Obstacles. Okay. Outcome. 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 Because we don't need to see obstacles. We just need the outcome. It doesn't matter. Obstacles do not exist for this collective, so I don't need to look into obstacles. Seven of Swords upside down. Happiness is coming. The sun is shining on the world. This person has anxiety. They're scared. They're scared. But it's a brand new beginning. It's a brand new cycle. Clarity. The happiest card in the deck. The Fuel. And you see how happy I got? The energy switched. This is so funny to me because, I normally read this card as Wheel of Fortune when I read it. The Sun on the bottom of the deck. The Sun and the Sun. It's very good omen, my friends. It means happiness is coming. And I'm going to move this so that we have space. Let me put it away before I read the cards. Thank you, cards. That was awesome. Awesome blossom. That was fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Back to business. Oh, no, that's not where it goes. It goes right here. Okay. Alrighty. Well, it's funny because we got all the, twin flame, and I went into, the red thread stuff. And how you can't break this type of connection. You just can't. So, and then normally when I get this card, I see Wheel of Fortune. Your luck is going to turn in ways that you have no idea, that you don't expect. Karma's it's like karma, but in a positive way. Stuff is going to start going good. But that's not what I saw when I saw the card. I saw destiny. This is your destiny. You're lining up with your destiny. This person is lining up with their destiny. That's amazing, you guys. That's in the 5D. That means that everything is orchestrating. It's spiritual. Spiritual AF, you guys. Which spirit always moves the 3D. Always, always, always. Page of Wands, communication. Nine of Swords, this person can't stop thinking about you. They're they cannot, they're, yeah. Remember we had the obsession in the beginning? Obsession? This person cannot stop thinking about you. And remember I got the chest feel? This person is heavy in thought. 7 of Pentacles. There's, in the 3D, in the present day, in your experience, waiting. Justice. Remember we had Justice before? 3 of Wands, movement forward. 5 of Pentacles, moving away from, there's change coming. Moving forward, moving away from this feeling of abandonment. Let me see. Four of Swords. Okay, so it's that separation. Healing, waiting, healing. Mastering. Dang. Okay, so this person in the 3D and what's happening right now, there's a separation. They're healing, they're thinking about things, which, you know, which is what has come out earlier, right? You're in separation and they're thinking about things. And we have, they're mastering something. So that's beyond thinking. They're doing the healing work where they're actually, they're being successful. For the Empress, which if you're in a divine, I'm assuming you're the divine feminine, which is the Empress. Remember, and we got the Empress, got the divine feminine, and we had beauty, which is my Empress card. So it harkens back to the first layout that we had. Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Is coming. The Chariot. Okay. One more. Five of Wands. This person, I feel, has a lot of anxiety or they're afraid of competition. Tell me about the Five of Wands. The Tower. Tell me more, please. Three of Cups, Seven of Swords. Dang, okay, tell me more. Hold on, because I'm getting like a different storyline right now, so I'm like, let me get some confirmation before I start yabbing. Okay. Okay. This is, okay. This is our 3D. This is what's happening now, right? This is the spiritual. This is what's happening now. So there's a separation and there's a waiting period. There's a waiting period. And this person has been doing healing, but they're in anxiety or they're in a fight or they're worried about competition for you. And then there's a Tower moment. And I'm like, what is this Tower moment is what I'm asking. And we got Three of Cups and Seven of Swords. So I asked, is Three of Cups and Seven of Swords a reunion and trying to figure out how to have reunion? And they were like, no. And I was like, okay, so what is it? Is it, because Three of Cups can also be third parties. So I asked, is it third parties being deceitful? because Seven of Swords can be dishonesty, being deceitful. And I got the King of Swords upside down, which is like being deceitful, being maneuvering, manipulative, like the negative aspects of the King of Swords, right? The shadow aspects. And then I was like, are you talking about a breakup? That's what I was at. And I got, what was it? And there was like, yes, because this person is going to want to be dating again. And you guys have unfinished business. You're their happiness. They want to have relationship reconnecting. So yes, your ex is coming back because they're a soulmate. And they want to take a chance again. So it went deeper in the 3D than it ever has. Yeah, this person's returning. You think that it's an end? It's not the end. Okay. Tell me about what's in their heart, please. You know, this is such a pretty love story. I really, really, really hope it happens for all of you guys. It really is. Like, these readings are so beautiful. And they're so consistent. They have to happen, like, you know. So I'm asking, what is this right here? So we have the King of Swords. So you had the King of Swords over here upside down. Yeah, they could have felt manipulated. Their partnership wasn't healthy. Was not healthy. And now they have clarity. And they know what they want. And they can overcome whatever obstacles, because this is just a 3 of Wands. This is a King of Swords. They're the kings of battle. They've figured things out. Which, remember, this is the king of knowledge. They have figured things out. And remember, we had the card with the prism that it said that their knowledge is expanding. So they're seeing more now. And then we have the Sun. They understand who their happiness is. They have clarity. They've been awakened. The Sun. And the Two of Cups, that you're their soulmate. You're their contract. You're their union. And then underneath the deck, 10 of Pentacles. You're their 10 of Pentacles. They have clarity. Ace of Swords. 6 of Swords. They want to heal things. They want to move on to calmer waters with you. 10 of Pentacles wanted to fly out. Did you see that? The 10 of Pentacles. This person sees you as their 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to leave it out because it flew out. So what's coming toward you that you don't see? This person is Knight of Swords, the fastest knight. They're coming toward their 10 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Just in case you didn't hear us, we're going to tell you twice. Just in case you didn't hear us, knock, knock. We're coming in twice. Knock, knock. In the same row. Are you listening? Are you listening? Because this is a secret. You don't believe it. It's hidden. You don't believe it. You don't believe it, but hey, I'm coming for you. Because you're my 10 of Pentacles. You're everything I want. You don't believe it. This is in the hidden. This is hidden to you. You don't believe it. Oh, let me check my battery. Hold on. We now have 20%, but we're almost done. Ah, sorry. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So, in the beginning, we started with communication, Page of Wands, and we are ending with a confession. 7 of Swords upside down. These cards are really repeating. 7 of Swords, 7 of Swords. But this one is here it's being deceitful, and here it's 7 of Swords having a confession, telling you what's happening, the truth. Communication. So you're getting communication, yo. Right? I think that's the theme of today. I think the theme of today has been communication. Oh man, a bunch of messages showed up. I just didn't. Yeah, separation is necessary. I think today's reading has been like, you're getting communication. Stop doubting. Like, you're gonna get it. And it did say summer, so it could be after summer, because obviously not before summer, or next summer. So in the meantime, I suggest you guys work on some of your own personal blockages. Work on your fears, like I'm practicing to learn how to swim. You know? Something that you're afraid of. Check your ego. Work on your trauma. We all have trauma. We all have tons of trauma. We gotta work through it all. And it sucks, but we gotta do it. And your self-limiting beliefs. Weeks. Knight of Cups. The moon. This person is coming towards you. They're afraid. They're coming also toward Pisces. Also, this is hidden. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be emotional because it's going to be emotional. It's the emotional aspect of it. Because it's going to be emotional. It's going to be emotional. Yeah, my skin is getting like weird. It's going to be really emotional, you guys. So be prepared. And remember I said I got that feeling with the hands. So it's going to be an emotional conversation. Anything else? Okay, so you're going to get communication, 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It's like the cards are saying the message for today. Because I was like in my head, I was asking, okay, so are you going to tell me, are these two going to get back together or not? And the cards are like, we're telling you the message for today is that you're only getting communication. We're done. We're tired. Communication. Understand? Like they're telling me they're done. Like, yeah, we're done. You're getting communicate. Like, you guys know what this is going to lead to, right? But sometimes they're like funny. All right, you guys, you've got some communication coming to you. So prepare, because it will be emotional. It will be emotional. So, I don't know. Because you don't want it to be so emotional that you get like lost. You know, you have to have, you have to speak your mind when it happens. You have to be able to communicate, because every good relationship has to be based on communication. And you guys have to figure out whether your person is ready. And if they're not, you got to let them go be free until they are. because everybody heals at a different rate, you know? All right, my guys, I love you. I will talk to you maybe tomorrow or maybe the day after. But be good, have fun, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.